Hello everyone. If you carefully examine Trinitarian doctrine and theology, and if you're observant, you'll see that Trinitarians like to make things up a lot, and they resort to their imaginations a lot. And so there's a lot of myths that come out of Trinitarian world. One of those myths is the ECHAD myth. ECHAD, transliterated into English. And Trinitarians like to claim that this Hebrew word for one, the number one, actually means a compound unity. And so at Deuteronomy 6:4, where it says, "The Lord our God, the Lord is one," they like to claim that this is a special word for the word one, and it means a compound unity, trying to promote the idea that God is three persons, yet one, a compound unity. Interestingly, this word compound, or the term compound unity, confuses a lot of people. It's just another word for group. Okay, a group of things or people is a compound unity. You put multiple things into one group. Okay, you got multiple things, but yet you still only have one group. That's all a compound unity is. A trio of musicians is a compound unity. Honestly, when I was a Trinitarian, I think I would have been kind of embarrassed to make this claim because it's so absurd. So what happens when you challenge Trinitarians on this and you say, well, no, it's just the Hebrew word for the number one? They go, oh, no. Look at here at Numbers 13:23. Then they came to the valley, and from there cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes, or one cluster of grapes. And the word there is ECHAD. So you go, see? It means a compound unity. There's many grapes, one cluster. They don't stop and think, well then how come this works with the English word one, O-N-E, as well? Is the English word one a special word that implies compound unity? Let's just pretend that ECHAD is not even there, or the English words single, or the English word one. Let's just say cluster of grapes. Is there a compound unity there? Yeah, there is. And we didn't even use the word one. Just say cluster of grapes. One cluster, many grapes. You see, the compound unity, the term they like to use, is not found in the word one or the word ECHAD. It's found in the word cluster. Cluster is the word that implies a compound unity. You see that? I just have to say cluster of grapes. I don't even have to say one. Do I? And you know it's one cluster. Otherwise, I'd have to say, if it was plural, I'd have to say clusters of grapes. Many clusters. If I say cluster of grapes, you know it's just one group of grapes. It's a really silly argument when you start to realize that their argument works whether you use the Hebrew word ECHAD or whether you use the English word one. We all realize the English word one isn't a special word to imply compound unity, but somehow that's the word we use in these translations, and it works exactly the same way it does in Hebrew. Doesn't it? One trio, one cluster of grapes, one church, many people, one flock, many geese, one herd, many cattle. The word one there in English doesn't imply a compound unity. The words that are implying the compound unity are herd, flock, church. See that? Words that imply a group of many things or people. That's where the compound unity notion resides, in those group words, not in the word one or its Hebrew equivalent, ECHAD. It's very simple, and it's really absurd when you start thinking about it. Another verse that's kind of brought up is from Genesis 2, and the two shall become one flesh. And they will say, well, see, they're really two, but yet they're one. It's the same thing. It works in English too. The two become one flesh. There's nothing special about the English word one. There's nothing special about the English word, or the Hebrew word, ECHAD. Whether you say it in English or Hebrew, everything is there that's being said. See what I mean? And what does it mean, the two shall become one flesh? Well, one way that's true is Cain. They came together, and the result was one. One child, one Cain. It's like that. And I don't know why people can be so naive as to make this claim. I think it actually started with Walter Martin, the guy who wrote this book back in the 60s or 70s, somewhere in there. He was making this claim. This myth just keeps rolling. It's absurd. It's absurd. And if you're just a thinking person, you can see that when we're talking about one cluster of grapes, the word ECHAD or the English word one doesn't imply a compound unity. It's the word cluster that does that. And whenever you have a word that implies a group, that's the thing that implies a compound unity. And there are no mysteries. Compound unities are no mysteries. We do this every day in our English-speaking language. If you put many things in one category or one group, right, that's a compound category, one compound category. It's one category with many things, one group with many things, a trio, a flock, a herd. Could go on and on and on and on for hours. 3 feet, 1 yard. See that? It's just putting many things into one group. And the complexity of the unity is not found in the word ECHAD, but in the group word, like cluster of grapes, group of grapes. Very, very simple. God bless you.